Also happening this noon, 17 people are now facing charges after following what's being called the biggest drug bust ever in Western New York history. And investigators say that the suspects used a very bizarre disguise to move the drugs into the Queen City. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley live in our newsroom right now with more on the story. Ed?
Well, Keith, federal law enforcement have now indicted 17 people for their role in an international drug trafficking conspiracy, one that was so large and so complex that it resulted in the largest seizure ever of illegal narcotics here in the Western District of New York. Those drugs included large amounts of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. This morning, U.S. Attorney William Hochul was joined by several local law enforcement agencies. All of them played a role in this investigation. Now, the drug ring had set up an elaborate system of transportation and distribution to move the drugs from Mexico through California to the streets of Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and Lockport. The massive drug organization was using a business front called Triton Foods to ship what they said were large amounts of sea cucumbers to this area. But they were really specially sealed containers with the drugs.
As I said, this is an historic case for this office because never before, certainly in my history, have we had a case involving the shipment to Western New York of tons of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl.
This investigation was helped by a Buffalo police drug bust that confiscated $1.1 million in cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. And to give you some other sense of how complex this system was, they had set up a very sophisticated laundry system to move their money. And it's estimated that $20 million was funneled through Western New York banks back to Los Angeles during a one-year period for the sale of those illegal drugs. And also to give you another sense of just how high up this organization reached, one of the kingpins in this organization was a former mayor from a Mexican city. The other had connections to the El Chapo drug cartel. We'll have more on this historic drug bust tonight at 5 and 6. In the newsroom, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Ed. We will see you then. A judge